welcome ReadSpeaker. We have Kathy and Ginger that are going to present for you. So Kathy or Ginger or both?
Thanks, David. I'm going to go ahead and start, and then Ginger's going to do the demo in just a second. So let me just share just a few quick slides. Sorry. So today we're just going to be talking about the keyboard commands and other tools within ReadSpeaker's suite of learning tools. I'm Kathy Wood. I'm the Education Partner Manager at ReadSpeaker, and alongside me today, who's going to be doing the demo, is Ginger Dewey, and she's our Educational Development Manager. If you're not familiar with ReadSpeaker, we are a text-to-speech company. You can see the listen button up top. Our product is as easy as clicking the listen button. We do create our own voices, so we're also a voice technology company. And what's really cool about that is we're continuing to add voices. They're all done by voice talent, and we can customize on the fly. So that's a really cool feature about that. We're used globally by over 15,000 clients. We believe in that UDL methodology of helping everyone, not just a few. And when we think about ReadSpeaker and text-to-speech, we also think about accessibility tools that help with focus, material retention, and being compatible with many other EdTech solutions. Ginger, so I was going to be quick, so I'm going to hand it over to Ginger to start demoing keyboard keys, the keyboard shortcuts, and really why they're important to have in this type of solution.
Hi, everyone. Let me get my share up. Come on. There we go. I want this screen, share sound. Okay. Okay. All right. Is everyone seeing my screen? Someone give me a thumbs up.
I can see it.
Okay. What we're going to do today is talk about keyboard commands, and keyboard commands are kind of cool. How many of you use DOS commands like Control-C, Control-V, those type things? Anybody? Put it in chat if you do. Now, think about the student that does not have very good control of a mouse. So what I'm going to do is I am first going to put my focus on my listen button. Notice that the focus is there. And now I'm going to open the lower toolbar. And I'm doing this all with keyboard commands that I set up. Now I want to look at my settings. And here I have my settings. Now I chose a blue word and a yellow sentence. You can choose whatever you want to choose. And with that, let's look at a few other things. I'm going to use my tab key now. And I'm going to first look at my keyboard commands. As you can see, each item has the different item that you could, different keyboard controls. I'm on a Mac. I like to use the Option key because I use control for so many, command for so many other items that I just like using options when I'm setting up some keyboard controls. And the way we do this is we first click on the X and then click on the spot, and then we type in the control we want, which I want Option L. Now, I pre-programmed all these keys beforehand. And if you look at them, L for listen, which is also play, P for pause, O for stop. I just came up with that one off the top of my head because I like that one. 0 puts focus on the player, and 1 opens and closes that side menu. If you go on down, I'm using S for settings and R for reading voice, and you can read the ones that I have there. But now let's go back and continue our tab. Notice that I can close off that sidebar if I want. I'm up on the top right with the player commands. And let's look at our text command. So I'm going to hit enter now, and then hit my arrow key to see the font size I want. And I'm going to use a +3 just to show you you can do it. Now I use my enter key, excuse me, my tab key to go down to the font type, press enter, arrow, and choose which font I want. If I want Open Dyslexic, I can choose Open Dyslexic. That's not my favorite, so I'm going to use Comic Sans just to have a different font there. And I know most people hate Comic Sans, but I'm going to play with it today just to do. All right, now I'm going to hit the tab key to move down to my text colors. And when I hit my arrow key, you have lots of different color combinations, and I'm not certain if those are coming through because it's a pop-up on a pop-up. So I'm not certain how much Zoom is showing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. You have black on light yellow, white, light blue, light pink. Then you have red font on those. Then you have blue font, and we also have yellow on black. And I'll show that one. To me, that is hard to read. We also have light blue on black. That one's easier to read. And from what I understand about students with vision problems, they tend to need the black background with another color overlaid. I don't need that. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to use my favorite, which is black on light pink. The next thing we have is our text spacing. And you might say, well, what's text spacing good for? Well, it's good for decoding. And with decoding, you're putting more space between letters. And you might say, I don't have that many students that have decoding issues or challenges. My comment is, do you have anyone who has allergies? Because I have allergies. I get teary eyes when I have allergies. And putting a little more space between the letters works great for that. Now, I'm going to go on over and close it. And it's now closed. I'm going to put the focus back on my player. And then I'm going to go down to click and listen. Now, click and listen is where you click on a paragraph and it plays for you. You do need to make the click, but I'm going to close that player so it's not in the way. And I am going to click on this paragraph.
Tutoring if you didn't understand some concepts in class, then get tutoring.
Now I paused it with my option P. I want to restart it, so I'm going to do option L. And my computer decided it wants to grind away for a moment. So I do apologize. And I'll go up here and just stop things, maybe. And as you can see, this is just easy commands that I'm doing on the keyboard. Putting the focus back up on the player. And now showing the lower toolbar, I'm going to turn the click and listen off by using the Control-C again. In large text, I ran out of letters with the E's and the T's, so I'm going to use G here. And I want to show you this because this, I think, is one of the coolest tools that we have. And I'm going to highlight this bottom sentence just so we have that. And I am going to do play. Whoops. And my computer thought that was print. I hit the wrong thing. So let me try that again. There we go.
Regardless of what type of resources you use, you have to take the first step: ask for assistance. Keep in mind that 2 or more senses used together in studying doesn't.
Now I paused it, and as you notice, I'm making it larger. I'm doing that again with an option key, and I can make this smaller. Enlarged text is fantastic for the student who has not necessarily just low vision, but distraction issues, because the font's larger, the highlight is larger, and it makes them think it's reading faster. You also have the students that just hit that brick wall. And if you hit that brick wall, something you can do is slow your reading speed down by 5% and use enlarged text, and you will help pick up those granular pieces of information. Now I'm going to stop it, and you notice it's gone, and we're going to open that lower toolbar again, and you'll see right there, enlarged text is still on. So that means if you listen to anything else, it's going to play in the bottom as enlarged text. So I'm going to turn that off. Again, I'm just using my toggle key. Any questions? Questions? Wow, 35 messages. And I'm skimming them. Kathy, are any of them related to us?
Yeah, sorry. This is this a toolbar featured on, I'm assuming this is for us. Is this across everything on the screen or just in the web browser? I don't know if
that might have been Greg, but I'll answer the question. Web Reader can be implanted or integrated into all of the major learning management sites and also on any website. Any questions for me? Anything you would like to see?
is this fee-based? Yes, typically it depends on which product you're looking at using, whether it's FTE based or by student or by bundle. If you go to ReadSpeaker.com, which I'll put in the chat /education, you'll kind of see all the different options and points out to each LMS, how ReadSpeaker works within those LMSs, how-to videos, that sort of thing. But we also, Ginger, if you wanted to give like a 1-minute synopsis on TextAid and how that's used outside of the LMS.
TextAid is a cloud-based program to where you have an account. You can read websites, you can read EPUBs, you can read Word docs, Google Docs, anything like this that you can bring in. And it allows you to also convert image to text. Let's say an instructor has a PDF because they went to the copier and they scanned it, and you got a 1-page PDF. Trouble, it's not able to be read. You can use the image to text feature and it will OCR it, optical character recognition, and then it's readable. And you have it right there in TextAid to where you can read it. It has a lot of the same tools that you're seeing here, as in text mode, a page mask, which is cut a hole in a sheet of paper, a reading ruler, which is like a note card, all those type things you have. Also, you have annotations to where you can write on the document. You can also highlight and collect up those highlights. Disability Services can share books, accessible books, documents with their students. Kathy, that's my elevator pitch for TextAid.
I love it, especially at the end of the day. And I know people are tired. That's great.
Anything else for me?
We also, just a quick thing, we do offer free demo account. So if you wanted to play around with our tools in your LMS with your content, there's no strings attached. Ginger, if you'll throw your email in the chat, get in touch with Ginger and we can set that up for you. Simple as that. We do believe in kicking the tires.
And we provide free support for the life of the contract. That's not just technical support. It is also educational support. I stay with you for the entire time you are there. Any needs you have,